Welcome to another edition of the Hoop Scoop, brought to you by Red Raider Outfitter, the fans' favorite since 1975. I'm Jared Johnson, and boy, Texas Tech's coming off a really tough loss, 83-82 at home to TCU on Saturday, and you know, it was a devastating loss in terms of Texas Tech's tournament hopes. It also snapped a 4-game winning streak for the Red Raiders. Tech really needed that win, and too many turnovers, too many missed free throws, too many open looks for layups and dunks for TCU. So, you know what happened? Tech lost. Now they have Kansas in Lawrence at the Phog, which has been historically very difficult for pretty much everybody, including Texas Tech, to win there. And then they finished the season at home against Oklahoma State. Needless to say, Texas Tech needs to win both these games and then a couple of games in the Big 12 tournament in order to make the NCAA tournament. This game against Kansas, though, first things first, in Lawrence at the Phog. It's 8 p.m. Central Time, Tuesday night. The game will be on ESPN. The Jayhawks, another defending national champs, top 5 team, loaded team, very good team. Perhaps the best team in the country, one of the best teams in the country for sure. It's going to be a challenge for Texas Tech. There are some pretty basic things the Red Raiders need to do to give themselves the opportunity to win that game. First off, they have to limit the turnovers. They've done good at like a half here, a half there, but they almost always seem to have like a half where there's a rash of turnovers. They can't do that at Kansas and win the game. They also need to make their free throws. At times, they've been a very good free throw shooting team, but as late as Saturday against TCU, some misses really hurt them. Obviously, in a 1-point loss, and then defensively, they can't give up. Well, for one, they can't give up too many layups and dunks, but they also can't just let Kansas fire away from deep. If Tech allows Kansas to knock down a bunch of threes, it's just going to be very difficult for Tech to win. Now TCU, who Tech has played close twice this year, they did blow out Kansas in Lawrence earlier this year, but Tech's not TCU. So some other things I think would really help the Red Raiders is do a better job on the glass, specifically the defensive glass. Limit Kansas to just one shot. Kansas probably will shoot a lot of three-pointers, and there'll be long rebounds. Tech really needs to be secure with the ball in terms of turnovers and securing defensive boards. That would really help. All those things would really help Texas Tech. And then I think Fardaws Aimaq and Kevin Obanor could have good games against Kansas. So those are some things the Red Raiders could really do could do that would really help their cause. It's not impossible to beat Kansas and Lawrence, but it's very difficult. And the Red Raiders are going to have their hands full. Now, if they win that game, once again, so you're telling me there's a chance. There's at least an opportunity for the Red Raiders to make the tournament if they can handle their business against Oklahoma State and then go on and have a good showing in the Big 12 tournament. Now, not the same Red Raider team at all, but of course, Tech went all the way to the Big 12 championship last year before losing to Kansas there. So it can be done. It's unlikely. They have to win a lot of games against several very good teams, starting with Kansas and Lawrence, but there's a glimmer of hope, but however unlikely for Texas Tech to still find its way in the tournament. But boy, that loss to TCU really stung, and they're going to have to find a way to pull off yet another improbable victory. This time against, I believe, the number 3 team in the country at their place. So we'll see how they do. 8 p.m. again, Tuesday night, Central Time. The game will be on ESPN. I want to thank you for watching. But for now, until next time.